Hello, my name is Chris White from God is a Geek. I'm joined today by Mr. Gary Bailey. How are you doing, mate?
I'm very good, thank you.
Brilliant. We're going to talk about Warhammer Vermintide 2, which I completely missed the first one. I know quite a bit about Warhammer, but this is a very interesting looking game. It's a very beautiful looking game, but I've not played it, so I'm going to stop talking now. Gary, you have played it. What's it like?
I have. It's like Left 4 Dead.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah, it's very much Left 4 Dead, but it's obviously set in Warhammer, and there's a bit of like an RPG element to it as well.
Yeah.
You've got 5 different characters, each with their own like fighting style and special abilities.
Yeah.
There's a human who's best with like he's basically like the tank, so he runs around with like sword, shield, or massive swords, and he has like a gun as a backup, I think it is.
Yes.
Then you've got stuff like the elf, who has got like twin daggers. She can use other melee weapons as well, but she's best with like twin daggers and a bow.
Wow.
So she's good for sort of distance. You've got a bright wizard, which is basically a pyromancer. So like she's got a sword, but she's better staring back with a bit of throwing in fireballs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bit more strategic than Left 4 Dead, but the core gameplay is kind of the same.
Yeah.
Even like you have I suppose it's called the Vermintide, which is like the hordes in Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
So you'll hear like a horn blaring in the distance, and then suddenly everything goes to hell.
Wow. Well, I mean, it looks stunning on PC. It's like one of the nicest looking kind of games I've seen for a while. So there's that kind of fidelity throughout. You know, there are a lot of different like locations. The characters all look, you know, beautiful as they do in what I've seen of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very pretty game. I mean, it's like, obviously I've got this new PC and I like to test it out, but I'm always thinking it's never going to go, you know, like high settings and stuff like that. But yeah. I had it like 1080p with the high settings, and it looks gorgeous. You know, it looks absolutely stunning. Up there with, I mean, I'd probably say even up there with stuff like Witcher. You know, that kind of, it's like it's that quality of backgrounds.
Yeah.
And when you consider everything that's happening on screen, when you've got like dozens of like stuff like those little Skaven rats running at you, and you've got the various different like special infected style ones around as well. It's amazing that it manages to keep the frame rate and everything as well.
Yeah,
it looks amazing. I mean, the end of one of the chapters, it's like you blow up this building.
Yeah.
And as you're trying to escape, you've got explosions and things going off everywhere. You've got like debris coming flying back down to earth and things like that. And it looks amazing. It feels like a sort of the epic climax to the chapter. It's really cool.
Awesome. Going back to the Left 4 Dead thing. So I assume there's a single player and a multiplayer.
Yes.
You essentially play through the single player with friends or people online.
Yeah, you can play it with AI.
Right. Yeah.
Again, it's. I mean, I think we're going to be talking about Left 4 Dead a bit here, but it's the same idea. You play the same like campaign whether you play it with the AI or other people. But it is certainly better with other people because the AI is not great.
Yes.
It's not terrible or anything like that, but it does struggle. I mean, some of it I do have to say it needs some balancing because some of the difficulty level are a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
And when you get like something like there's boss characters, and there's like rat ogres, there's sort of storm fiends, which are massive armor things that spit like green fire everywhere.
Right. Okay.
And they take an awful lot to kill.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you remember fighting tanks on Left 4 Dead? Like, they took a bit.
Yeah.
But this is like, take that damage that they take and multiply it by like 5.
Bloody hell.
It takes an awful long time. And if they can maybe reduce that a little, and I mean, maybe reduce some of the damage taken on like lower difficulties, that kind of thing, it could make it a little bit fairer.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, it's still, even when playing with other people, it can get very difficult, but in a kind of a fun way a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, you're struggling for health, but you've got all like, I've been knocked down, come on, help me, you know. Then you've got people trying to fight their way to you to help you up. Yeah. And then you've still got to carry on fighting and things like that. It makes it a bit of a tense experience, but always fun.
Yeah, it's certainly worth a go. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Wicked.
I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks and sounds amazing. One more question just about the single player is obviously you're character specific, so you've only got certain limitations. I assume when you can choose weapons and that. Are there upgrades as you go through, or do you just find new weapons? What's the kind of gist with that, or are you kind of just stuck with the set you've got?
No, it's kind of like a loot crate situation, or loot box situation.
Yeah.
But you do get these quite easily. Like even if you fail a mission, you'll still get XP.
Yeah.
And if you level up, you'll get a box. In that box will be stuff like pendants, weapons, other trinkets, things like that to improve your damage output and the damage you can take. It seems as well.
Yeah.
You can also craft new items as well. That's a little harder, but you can still do that like as you go. And yeah, I mean it's almost built around replayability, I think.
Yeah.
Because like I say, I mean there are times when it's a real struggle, but if you've leveled up a bit, you've got better weapons, you can go back in. You know, each character will have their own weapons that you'll have to unlock separately.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go back in and with these weapons, it'll be easier to take down some of the enemies. You know, you'll have better ranged weapons as well.
Okay.
I mean, I've currently got a nice bow as Carillion the elf. I think she's my favourite character so far.
Yeah.
And she now has a decent bow that's good at sniping from long range.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the greatest shot, so it's not always great, but it just helps you keep going. And the actual missions themselves are fun, and because of the somewhat sort of random nature of it, like when the hordes come and stuff like that, or when you fight like a boss, the boss isn't always the same one each time.
Okay,
and sometimes they'll appear a little earlier or a little later and things like that. It just kind of changes it up. It's never the same one twice, which keeps you wanting to play even when you fail. Even when you continually fail, as I've done it in times, you're still like, no, I want to keep going. I want to try that one again.
Yeah,
it's great fun.
Yeah, well, you can go and read Gary's review on GodIsAGeek.com. Gary, thanks for joining me, mate.
You're welcome.
And thank you all for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.